Namaste everyone. I am Jyoti Prakash, co-founder Visol Renewable Energy Solutions, your green energy partner. This Friday, as per the reports, the world's largest iceberg broke off the Atlantic shelf, and it seems that the size of this iceberg is nearly 3 times the size of New Delhi, and that's alarming. We just faced Cyclone Taukte, a combination of factors like warming oceans, rising sea levels, climate change, rapid intensification, and changing meteorological conditions is increasing the risk of cyclones. Evidence is piling that the sea surface temperatures over the Arabian Sea are increasing drastically over the past few decades due to this change. This has led to an increase in the frequency and intensity of cyclones in the Arabian Sea, explains Dr. Roxy Matthew Call, a climate scientist at the IITM. For a region where more than 2 crore people cram in 600 square meters of area, a growing cyclone threat in its proximity is always a bad news. We at Visol, with a purpose to be a catalyst in making India a developed nation, are on a mission to work towards energy security, contribute to a green economy, and reduce the carbon footprint, are providing solar solutions that can be very effectively used to reduce the carbon emission, which is the need of the hour. Working towards this mission in our series, Solar Pioneer Talks, we have today with us Mr. Rajendra Agarwal, District Governor-elect 2021-22 for Rotary International District 3141. Good evening, sir. A very warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Jyoti.
A very brief introduction about sir. Mr. Agarwal is basically a textile engineer from VJTI. He did his postgraduate diploma in business management and also holds a diploma in naturopathy. So engineer and a doctor altogether. Sir is director in Sudhiti Industries Limited and Sudhiti Sports Apparel Limited, which is a textile garment manufacturing firm. Mr. Agarwal was awarded from TexProsil for being the second biggest exporter of knitted fabric at the hands of then Prime Minister of India, Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. During his tenure as president for the Rotary Club in 2005 and 2006, his club was recognized as the second best club in the District 3141. They also received many trophies for outstanding work and helping those in need during the year. Sir has also received the Best Rotarian Award twice from his club and also the Best Past President Award. He has been instrumental in their district signing an MOU with CM Devendra Fadnavis for the Project Muskan, which was a pediatric heart and other surgeries initiative and was instrumental in successfully managing the first ever pediatric heart transplant in Mumbai. Agarwal ji has contributed to more than 2,500 heart surgery through this for poor children. Truly commendable, sir. Also, he has received multiple awards of excellence for various initiatives like chartering a new club, the pediatric heart surgery project, which I just spoke about, also railway station adoption project and numerous mega medical camps. Avenues of Service citation, which was also awarded from the Rotary International to him. He is the trustee at Haryana Bhavan, Mumbai past president for Akhil Bharatiya Agarwal Sammelan and now National Joint Honorary Secretary of Akhil Bharatiya Agarwal Sammelan with more than 55,000 members. He is also the trustee of Vaish Mahavidyalaya at Bhiwani in Haryana, which runs 6 schools and colleges with around 20,000 students. We wish you really commendable work, sir, that you have been doing all these years along. And as I said, very warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you.
So you have been very vocal about the climate change. I have been going through your profile and the work that you have been doing over the past decade. So I'll straight away ask you, climate change is reality. It is happening. The question is it affecting the shortage of basic resources like food, water, and oxygen, of which, there have been so much of discussion going on, sir?
Just a basic question for everybody. Is there a shortage of oxygen in the air for all of us? Is there a
No.
shortage of water in this world? God has provided enough water and air, unlimited. But we humans have destroyed by polluting the water and the air. And now we hear the shortage of oxygen every single day. So it is a very important realization we have got today. We have to stop this. We have to stop polluting the air and the water and make it better if we want to survive in the future. This is the basic answer. And unless we do this, I don't think so there is any chance of any survival for anybody.
Really, I mean, we all are facing the brunt of the oxygen shortage, which is happening during this, especially the COVID treatment, for which it is uh, so important. And I mean, like, if you're saying that, I mean, like, we know there's so much of abundance of oxygen, and still we are facing this situation, sir. What could be the, we talk about, okay, this is the problem, there can be many reasons. uh, some of them, if we want to figure out and discuss about it, I would say, or rather I would ask you, do you think population is like one of the reason which is increasing the demand of the basic natural resources for all of us?
I think so it is a very clear question and a very clear answer.
Right.
Every new human being requires space. He requires, as he grows up, more house, travel, land, food. So the resources which is existing in the world, if it has to be consumed by more population,
Mm-hmm.
how will we survive? And what is the, as I have done my study from last so many years, the birth rate of India is 80 to 90,000 children every single day. The death rate of India is 30,000 every day. So we have a net growth of 50,000 every day.
Every
So
day,
can you
yeah.
imagine if 52,000 people are adding every single day, after a particular 15, 20, 25, 30 years, when they grow up, they get married, they are going to require new house, new, more food, more water, more roads, cars. So all this is going to lead to destruction. And we're talking about 50,000 every day only
Right.
in India. Now, just one question, Jyoti.
Mm-hmm.
Does a human being have any right to make a road through the mountains which they can't make? They have not made the mountains, but they want to carve a road out of it. They want
Yes.
to make a road over the seas, over the water. So human can't destroy the nature existing, because it is made together to survive together. If one thing is reduced, the other will also follow. So this is a very, very important thing. The population growth has to be stopped, reduced, and come down for everyone to survive happily and use the resources existing today to get for everybody.
Very important, sir. You mentioned about, you just said we have not built the mountains and we are cutting roads out of it. We just saw this Tapovan incident, the NTPC dam that burst because of the glacier that had melted. So many lives lost. I mean, sad stories that we come across every day. You have been very advocating the concept of sustainable agriculture. uh, you have it has been a part of some of the projects that you have taken and work that you have done. Can you please elaborate it for us, sir? And do you think it is a good solution for all these problems that we are facing?
I'll share project which I'm taking up as the Rotary District Governor.
Mhm.
Now, a simple thing, we talk about food shortage in the country. We got so many millions of people who don't sleep, don't get food. Now, just tell me, what is food? If you talk about a fruit, one seed gives a plant. Every plant gives hundreds of fruits. Every fruit gives numerous seeds.
Yes.
So every seed is a new plant. What is required is a shortage of someone to water that seed. We don't have any shortage of land in this country. There are only people, if they are short, is to water them. And fruits or such food are the only healthy thing to live healthy. We have
Actually,
diverted from these fruits, vegetables to other food which destroy the existence of water,
mhm.
which destroy the existence of more food. The normal other growth which we do is all to be grown every year. You grow a fruit tree, you grow a mango tree, you grow any other fruit tree, it gives you fruits again and again and again continuously. And the best part, I would say, is not only it gives enough fruits, that is food, which is healthy, it also gives you shade.
Right.
It also gives you water. Now you'll ask me, how does a plant give water? A big plant, when the rain falls, it puts the water down in the ground. A big plant, roots go down hundreds of meters down in the earth. So the water is transported from the leaves down to the ground where the storage is there. And when the rain ends, the same water moves up.
Right.
So it is such a beautiful concept. It is said every big plant stores thousands of liters of water, maybe 4,000 5,000 liters of water each plant stores in its roots. So can you imagine if there are enough number of plants, how much water is already existing? We did a
Absolutely.
live example. We did a live example 2 years back. Rotary picked up an area, Marathwada, where there was suicide of so many thousands of farmers. In that area, we planted 10 lakh fruit trees 2 years back. Where there was suicide, now what is the condition? The same farmers, after growing the fruit trees, you could see the happiness on their face. Their income has increased 10, 20, 30 times.
Wow.
I visited 3 months back to
Mhm.
some farms in Latur, and you won't believe, I saw 900 papaya trees standing in 1 acre of land. Farmers who was earning 20, 30, 40,000 rupees from a crop of cotton or sugar cane, he now grows in 1 acre 900 papaya trees. Each tree gives him 60 kilo of papayas in a year. So what he was earning 40, 50,000 is earning 5 lakh rupees now.
Excellent. Wow.
So such plantation, when they are done of any fruit,
Mhm.
they will increase the income. They will make them grow something which is more healthy. And when such things are available in plenty, the prices will go down. And these poor farmers who could never think of buying a fruit or eating a fruit, they can also start eating that.
Right.
I can't forget when we were visiting over there and the farmers served us papaya to eat. There were 50 farmers around us. They were all also sitting and eating papaya with us. A sight I can never forget.
Seriously, that I'm sure that must have been an overwhelming, I mean, taking
And
initiative and seeing it convert in such a positive and nice way.
so
Very
this
nice.
particular growth, I'm just sharing about one location and this
Right.
is going to go and multiply all over India. When they see this, it is going to go places all over India. I remember one farmer sharing with me कि हमारी फैमिली ने इतनी मेहनत करी है कि मैंने मेरे फार्म की 1 एकड़ से 9 लाख रुपया निकाले,
Superb.
because by doing intercropping of flowers and other watermelons and all.
Okay.
One farmer said कि मैं अभी मेरे बच्चे लोग को गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में नहीं भेजूंगा, अभी प्राइवेट स्कूल में भेजूंगा.
Awesome.
One farmer said मेरी बहुत इच्छा है, मैं 2 साल बाद गाड़ी खरीदूंगा.
Arey वाह.
So this is the magic when a
It's
farmer,
magic. Yes.
he is there to work hard. He wants a respectable life. He wants enough money from his farm. So this sort of plantation, if everyone takes up all over India, wherever possible, the ground will get water, the plants will give fruits, will give food for everybody, and will give more income. The fruit, the price I'm talking you about is the wholesale price of the farmer will give him so much income.
Mhm.
The MRP, if you catch up a city like Bombay, it is 5 times.
Right. 50, 60 rupees a kilo.
Absolutely. And the farmers sell for 10, 11 rupees a kilo only. So Jyoti, this is the magic, and we have to save this world and the humanity existing on this.
I mean, with just one small initiative, you have increased the income of the farmer, changed their lifestyles completely. Their children are now getting a better education. The food security is taken care of, and on top of that, the water level is taken care of. The soil erosion issue has been taken care of. The heat issue. I mean, so many plants. I'm sure. The as we say, the number of trees, if there are more number of trees, the temperature is also kept under control. So I mean, just one small initiative and so many good returns. Very, very commendable, sir. Absolutely awesome.
And the water level in Marathwada, which was 300 feet, has gone up to a good level, and now the water is available, especially in the region where we grew these fruit trees. It has come up a lot. So it's unbelievable.
Awesome. Actually, magical and unbelievable. Very, very, really nice, sir.
And now we are taking this to other regions in India.
Super. We
So we
should.
started with one.
I hope we are able to contribute in whatever small way. If anybody is listening to it and would like to implement it, I would really feel happy if at least one or two farmers get this message and implement this in their areas. Can really do miracles. Awesome. Also, sir, talking about your naturopathy side of yours, talking about the COVID times, I mean, I cannot resist myself from discussing about COVID, the way things are, the scenario is right now. How do you think something like naturopathy can contribute to one preventing, and if somebody has COVID, to what extent? Of course, medication and everything is required, but if at all something can be contributed to kind of prevent or maybe help in curbing it down and help in solving the health issues of a COVID patient, if anything can be done about it. So your
I'll
comment.
just share with you my experience relating to the symptoms of COVID. I did my naturopathy about 25 years back. And you won't believe, when I did this naturopathy 25 years back, I still remember that time thinking and reading a lot. One day I came across an article, the second biggest reason of absenteeism in the world is cold, cough, and fever. So I went on to study कि what to do, इसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए, जो लोग इतने एब्सेंट रहते हैं या बीमार पड़ते हैं या उनको कोल्ड कफ फीवर होता है, इसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए. So I did lot of study on this, and 20 years back, I discovered and made this one formula. I made a herbal tea formula और आजकल सुनते हैं पूरी इंडिया में सब लोग हर्बल चाय पी रहे हैं.
हर्बल चाय पीते हैं.
तो व्हाट इज हर्बल चाय? कोविड के अंदर सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आपका गला इफेक्ट होता है. तो
Right.
गला को अच्छा रखने के लिए what are the ingredients to keep your throat better? So my study was कि first important is hot water. You should regularly drink hot water so that your throat is clean. So my herbal tea first component is hot water,
Okay.
which one should consume continuously कि आपका गला के अंदर कोई इफेक्ट ही नहीं आए कोई वायरस का.
Right.
Second, to make your throat more better, what else are the ingredients? The second best ingredient is methi dana.
Methi dana. Okay.
Methi dana is what prevents cold and cough in your throat. The third ingredient is adrak. एक सिंपल किचन आइटम है. तो मेरे जो हर्बल टी का फॉर्मूला था was from the kitchen items: hot water, add half a teaspoon of methi dana, add a little and boil this. After boiling this, we are nowadays talking about vitamin C. So I added 20 years back lemon in this vitamin C.
Okay.
So this combination gives you a herbal tea. And in naturopathy, to keep your lungs better, the best thing is honey.
Okay.
It was there 20 years back also, today also. So I added honey for taste. So this herbal tea, if consumed every day, will take care of your lungs, your throat, and will reduce the impact of cold, cough, and fever. And in the last 20 years, I've given this formula, and मेरे घर में जो भी आता है उनको मैं यही चाय पिलाता हूँ. And today, hundreds and thousands of homes all over India are using this herbal tea. And Jyoti, the naturopathy thing of deep breathing in yoga is
Yes.
what keeps your lung better.
Correct.
It is what keeps you inhale more oxygen, keeps your lung clean, which also we have all forgotten. So these
Actually.
few things can really help in preventing or reducing the effect of corona.
Awesome. It's not just the outer climate, the climate around you. It is also your inner body that needs to be clean. And as sir has given a very good formula, one, the deep breathing techniques of yoga, and of course the herbal tea. I'll just repeat: hot water, ginger, lemon, and there was one more ingredient.
Methi dana.
Methi dana, perfect.
And nimbu and honey.
Nimbu and honey, yes. Nimbu, honey, methi dana, ginger, and hot water. So
and all from the
those
kitchen items.
all
from the kitchen items. और आज पूरी इंडिया हर्बल चाय पी रही है रोज. और ये 20 साल पहले I had made this formula.
Friends, if you are listening, you can please try it and take a step towards a healthy herbal tea. So, then I'll come back to our climate issues that we were talking to. How do you think, sir? I mean, a lot of talks about conventional and non-conventional energy. How do you what kind of contribution do you see that renewable energy can do to mitigate this climate change?
In my life, again, from last so many years, I've been being a naturopath. I'm very, very concerned about the climate around. The health of the air and the water. Not only a human health, even the health of our air and water is important.
Very important, yes.
So what I've seen is that God has given us enough energy in the form of sun. Is there a shortage of sun?
No.
And the solar energy, which we are watching from so many years, is a wonder, is absolutely a wonder. And we have to reduce the consumption of electric and use more solar energy. I'll just share with you a small example of solar energy. Even this series of talks are done by the company which is in solar. So
Yes,
I can see you all are into wonderful business to save this world.
thank you, sir.
So what I appeal to everybody is, please use this wherever you can. I've been I've actually reduced my consumption of electric in my house by using small solar lamps. I charge it every day for the last 10 years in my balcony and use it in my house and cut off the electricity. And this light is lighted when I'm not there, sitting in that particular room. And you won't believe the cost of these lamps is what I save every month. It is 100% saving every month of the cost of these lamps. Every single household in this world should use solar lamp and reduce the electric generation. As you all know, with the hydro projects, is causing so much of destruction. You know the Kedarnath tragedy, you know the other tragedies.
The
So
Tapovan tragedy, yes.
let us reduce the dependence on electricity a little. Use every possible space on roofs, on buildings, on factories, on schools all over India, and generate this electric and reduce the consumption. So this is my appeal to everybody. We have got this energy available free, and don't misuse and use the free energy.
I know, sir. It's free and it is very, very effective. When you're talking about things like climate change, global warming, solar energy can really reduce and bring down the carbon footprint, as we all know. We talk so much about it, but I personally feel it is very important that people start taking initiative at individual level. I mean, it's not just about talking, as you said, incorporating solar lanterns in your house to, various other things. Some words of advice to how individuals can, make a difference to the cause.
Now we talk about how everyone can make a difference. So
Mhm.
first point is, everyone should do one good deed, and in the evening should be able to say कि आज मैंने environment के लिए एक ही अच्छा काम किया है. It can be as simple as that कि don't use plastic. Don't
Right.
use a single use plastic and then throw it away. The single use plastics have destroyed the nature. They go and block the drains. They go in the stomach of the animals, cows, whales. So everyone should, to save the nature, use minimum of plastic and such waste. That is one point. Secondly, everyone should contribute to growing of plants. Wherever possible, ये इतना अच्छा प्रोग्राम है कि पूरी इंडिया में अगर आपके पास खुद का जमीन नहीं है तो कम से कम contribute somewhere कि you can help grow a plant. In my Rotary, I've taken on 3 projects for environment. We are going to help 5,000 farmers in Palghar district by giving them 25 lakh fruit trees. So 5,000
Awesome.
farmers will increase their income 10-20 times. And I'm giving opportunity to my group to come and contribute for these plants. So they also are helping the nature by growth of plants. Indirectly, they have grown that plant. It is something, such a beautiful thing that they have helped in growing a plant which will give food, which will give income, which will reduce the change in temperature in this world and improve the oxygen level of the world.
Perfect, sir. So
Secondly,
many, yes, sir. Please go.
secondly, I'm working on also, Jyoti, I'm also working, I made a full committee on making Bombay at least Swachh. Cleanliness of Bombay city, no plastics around, no spitting around, improving the rivers in Bombay. The
Very
rivers which are
important.
so dirty,
Very
we are
important.
putting, one more beautiful appeal I want to give to everybody. We are putting our waste in the rivers which are flowing in the sea.
Yes.
Where are they landing into? In the sea, we are putting so much of waste which goes and settles there, destroys the marine energy. Recently, I was witness to one beautiful program done by some IIT professors. The wastewater should be routed through a wetland
Mhm.
with plants, and that will only let the good water go in the river, and the waste is put in that and used by the plants.
Used by the plant.
And this experiment has been done in India in many places, and lakes which have been dirty because of the water flowing from the households and buildings, and the rivers have the lakes have become clear after using this wetland techniques. So we are going to use this in Bombay, and I appeal to everybody all over India, please don't put your waste water in the sea or river anymore.
Very
Save
important.
this world, otherwise the population is not going to survive. That's my appeal.
No, we just saw the amount of garbage that was thrown by the sea in Bombay. I mean, like the whole seashore, right from Marine Drive, all the posh areas to all the low-lying areas, it was all flooded with all the plastic waste that we have been throwing over so many years into the river, and then it is ultimately flowing into the sea and dirting it and killing the marine life. It's such a simple thing to not use a single use plastic, and as you said, plant trees, as many trees as you can in your vicinity, which can be adopted and should be adopted by everyone.
Absolutely, absolutely. Uh, I also want to share with you the plastic spoons and forks we use, which go in the sea. I've seen a video where these forks and spoons are there in the eyes and nose and the mouth
Yes,
of the whales, and they're stuck over there,
they're stuck with
and
it.
that
Yes,
creature cannot even remove them.
I know. Very painful, very painful
So
visual.
humans have no right to consume such plastic if they can't dispose of them properly.
Seriously. And as I said, these are not very big things. It can very easily be adopted in our daily lives, and it should be.
I would
Uh,
like to even make one more appeal to everybody is don't use any throwable plastic items whenever you travel anywhere.
right.
Like you must have seen many times, people sometimes see they carry their own glass, reusable glass. They don't take tea or water in something which is thrown away. They don't eat in plates which are plastic, which are thrown away. So everyone should come to this. Carry a cloth bags. Don't buy any fruit or vegetable in a throwable plastic. The small steps by all of us will lead to a better nature. We go for holidays in the hills, and over there we buy this, buy that, throw the plastic down. We buy the
You
wafers in
know,
plastic bag, throw the plastic down in the river, in the
actually,
nature. So if we all do one small step, it will lead to a better world.
and again, these are not very difficult things that cannot be done. And individual, in fact, I often repeat this in my talks earlier also. Like from 2017, I have been giving all my plastic to a recycling unit called Rudra, which is there in Pune. So they take all the plastic and convert it into biofuel, which is then sold to tribal and rural areas at a very low price. So, as I say, not a single plastic ka tukda goes out of my house as of now, since last 4 5 years. And it becomes a part of, it is nothing great that you have to do. Just keep the plastic and clean it, segregate it, and they come and collect it and take it away. And there are so many other such initiatives which are happening across, I would say across world, not just across India. And people should take their initiative and participate in this. Coming to you are going to be the incoming district governor for Rotary International District number 3141, sir. And we know, I mean, as per our discussion also, we really see that you are very, very passionate about environment, and this has been one of the most important focus areas of the Rotary. As a district governor, what are your thrust areas to address the climate change, sir?
Like I just said now, my one of the main thrust areas is fruit tree plantation. I want to put so much of fruit trees in Palghar district to show example to all the people in India. So we are planning to do 25 lakh fruit trees in Palghar district, one of
Wow.
the important thrust area. Second, we are working on Swachh Mumbai.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make this awareness. Every building should have zero waste going out of their building. Every dry waste should be sold off and recycled. Every wet waste should be composted into a manure. If we all have zero waste going out of the building, we will not have these mountains at
Yes,
Deonar where the BMC lorry has to carry the waste.
I know.
My third important area of Rotary year is going to be girl and woman empowerment. I don't want to see an incident like Nirbhaya or Hathras anymore. We have to empower the girls so they become educated, they become skilled, they become respectful, they become healthy. So this area is again a very, very important thrust area. I've got various more thrust areas like water. We are going to work on water. Is there shortage of water in the world? God gives us enough of water falling on the earth and we don't save it. It just drains off in the sea. If we all start saving the water, putting it in the ground, there will be enough water for all of us. We can never say there's a shortage of water. So
Actually,
everyone should see how water conservation is done and putting the ground in the water by the water conversation. Stopping the water is to flow in the sea, it will make the full change in lifestyle, in income of everybody. I know one project which our Rotary clubs have done in Rajasthan where there's very less water. We have made check dams to stop the river from flowing in the sea. The water stopped over there at the village where it is stopped. That village has changed the income completely. The wells which were empty are now full. The
great.
plantation which the farmers were doing only one in a year, now they do two or three. The incomes of the farmer has shot up hundreds of times. No one wants to go back to the city
Awesome.
to work. So these are very, very small measures for the environment, and we should all be part of it. Be a part of nature, be a part of air, water, plants, and you'll see you'll change the world, and this will only save the world. Climate change is this reality.
Very awesome thought process that you have, sir. And of course, you have, it's not just a thought, you are actually following it and doing it for so many years. And I'm sure you will be able to, with your initiatives and leaders like you, we will be able to make some difference. Awesome. So, friends, the Paris Agreement was done some time ago, basically December 2016, which was a legally binding international treaty on climate change. 196 parties across the world have signed on it and have agreed to be a part of it. The idea is, or I would say the goal is to limit the global warming well below 2 degrees, preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius compared to the pre industrial levels. We cannot stop global warming overnight, over maybe even for over next several decades. But then we can definitely slow the rate and limit the amount of global warming by reducing human emission of heat trapping gases and soot, which is carbon black, because you know this carbon dioxide and other heat trapping gases are the main drivers of global warming. According to report by International Labour Organization, if proper action is taken on the Paris Summit, then it can create more than 25 million jobs by 2030. With the right places and right policies, a sustainable and a just economy is achievable. Governments across the countries have taken initiatives, and as I said, so have leaders like Rajendra Sarji, who have been showing us the path that we can follow. Now it is the time that, yes, sir.
Jyoti, I want to share my logo which I made from a Rotary. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
So for my Rotary year, I've
Yes, some words
developed this
about the
logo,
logo. Yes.
which I want to share. This is about a girl. She's telling the world that I want to see a butterfly when I grow up. I want to see a fish. I want to see the plants. You have no right to destroy any of those. So I've actually followed this logo, this vision very near to the climate change, which should not be there, and we should all save the world. So I appeal to everybody, आज अपनी डॉटर अपनी ग्रैंड डॉटर की जो ड्रीम है वो पूरी करना, वो जब बड़ी हो उनको बटरफ्लाई फिश और बर्ड्स दिखाना.
दिखाना चाहिए, right? As they say, it is not something that we own. It is an environment, and this earth is a legacy that we have to pass on to their kids. And as Sir says, उनको butterfly and बादल और बरसात और तितलियां दिखनी चाहिए. So, as I was saying, sir has shown us tremendous ways which can be adopted in our daily lifestyle, which are very small steps, and they can make real difference, real change, not just in terms of income, sustainability, your livelihood, everything. So many aspects can be taken care of by these small steps. Now it's time that you and I start taking the responsibility and do whatever we can to contribute towards all this. We wish sir a very lots and lots of good luck, because I know you have decided to take on very promising and good initiatives in your tenure as the president, sir. We look forward that, and we hope that you will be achieve that all that you want to in whatever way you want to contribute, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking time out for today. And on that note, we take a goodbye from all of you. Take care, and please be very careful with the situation outside. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.